Hey everyone, so today I thought I would do my makeup for you guys. I haven't filmed a video in a long time, in like a really long time. I just kind of lost motivation. You kind of get sucked into this world in YouTube where you compare yourself to everybody and it can get unhealthy. So I took a little break, but I've been really feeling wanting to film a video lately. So I'm just gonna do my makeup for you guys and I hope you like it. I'm not going to do anything fancy, but I do have some new products since the last time I filmed, which I would hope that I do because it's been like, I don't know how long it's been, I should probably look, but maybe like a year since I've posted a video. So I would hope I would have some new foundation, some new mascara, you know, the kind of makeup you should cycle through. We've got some new stuff. Ooh, it's a little hot. I always get hot when I film. I don't know if it's because I get nervous or what, but it's a little warm. If you guys can hear birds and cars, I'm just filming in my bedroom today and my window is open because it's kind of nice out, but there are cars and birds and life happening out there. So if you can hear stuff in the background, that's what it is. All right, let's jump into it. I'm gonna start with this right here. This is the new Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Stick. I picked this up at Ulta, which let me tell you about this as I'm applying it. Oh, I'm also in the color Birch 1.5 if anyone is curious. I feel like a lot of people have experiences at Ulta, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, that I felt so bad for this one attendant who was helping me because she was helping me. She was doing what I asked and her coworkers were almost like questioning her. It was like a really weird, I felt like I was in the middle of something, kind of a situation, and it was just real awkward and I felt so bad for the attendant because she was doing exactly what I asked her and the other employees came over and were like, one lady was like, oh, for us girls, talking to me, this doesn't work, it just slips and slides all over my face. And I was like, this is the product I want to test out and I want to use. I don't know, I just ignored them. I'm glad that I did. I bought it anyway and I just wanted something kind of quick to kind of like even out my skin tone. And it has an SPF of 25, which now that it's getting more sunny out, not today, it's completely overcast all day. But it's just nice to have that little extra sunscreen in my routine, and I just kind of buff it in like that. I really like it. It's super hydrating. It does kind of stay tacky. It doesn't super dry down, so I definitely set it with a powder. But as you guys can see, I have this little blemish friend here. So this is actually also from Bare Minerals, but I picked this up at TJ Maxx. It's the BarePro Concealer. It doesn't have another name. It's a BarePro Stick Concealer, and this is actually a medium cool. This is medium. This right here. I'm not necessarily, actually, I'm never considered to be a medium shade, but this works for me, especially on like my regular skin, and I don't question it. At least I think it works. But it was awesome to find it at TJ Maxx and in a color that seems to work. I was like, what? Picked it up, wasn't sure, and I actually kind of like it. Yeah, it seems to work pretty well. That was a lot. I just put so much powder in here. Can you see that? That was unnecessary. I'm just gonna set this with a big fluffy brush, and this is just the Rimmel Stay Matte loose powder. I have the pressed powder. I use that to set my eyes with, but I saw they had a loose version and I like it enough. It's maybe not like my favorite, but I also haven't played around with powders a ton. I need to do that more. I need to find like a setting powder that I really, really like, but I just haven't got there yet. Alright, now I'm gonna go right into eyes that my base is done. I'm actually taking the Tarte Shapetape. This, some people, there's gonna be an argument over this, but I don't love this for my face. It's way too drying. I feel like it ages my skin. I'm just not a fan. But instead of wasting that much money, because it's a little on the expensive side, I found that it works well for me as an eyeshadow base. So that's what I use it for. You can see I definitely like my Stay Matte press powder. I always hit pan in the middle on them. But I do really like this to set for my eyes. Really easy. Okay, I'm going to play around. Again, another TJ Maxx found was these Stila Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadows. This one's in Vivid Smoky Quartz, and it is so pretty. I'm gonna go old school on you guys. I don't know if you can see. It's a really pretty color, but I'm going to use a transition shade, and I'm gonna put that on first. My very dirty Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And if you guys haven't seen it, there's the beauty. If you've seen a couple of my videos, you may have seen it. I have a little card here that tells me what the shades are, so I can tell you what the shades are, because I think I'm gonna take this one, which looks like it's MFEO. I forget what she said that stands for. Yeah, I don't remember. But I'm just gonna put that right in here as a little transition shade. I just kind of like to tap it in first, and then I will go in and blend it. Blur it out, smoke it out then. I'm not going to do anything crazy today. It's actually Cinco de Mayo, which I don't really celebrate, but I do enjoy a nice taco. I don't really think there's much at all for Americans to celebrate Cinco de Mayo about, and I don't think most people understand really what it's all about. I looked it up once. It has nothing to do with Americans. Per usual, per like a lot of really weird holidays. But a couple of friends, we're all getting together, we're all contributing to a taco party, and then we're gonna watch Game of Thrones together. So, I don't need to get crazy with my makeup, so I'm not going to. Okay, that's about as blended as I feel like getting. So I'm gonna take this, and it has this nice little doe foot applicator. But I'm actually going to take it on my finger, just dot like a little bit, and then blend that onto my eye. I just feel like I have more control with my finger, and I can kind of disperse it and diffuse it out, because it can be really intense, or it can be kind of nice. It's got sparkle, so I know I said like I'm not going all out, but for me, this isn't really going all out. So if you saw, it's on my ring finger, but I'm actually blending it now with my middle finger so that it doesn't get too heavy. The trick, as always, is replicating it on the other side. And I'm using my opposite hand. And this already doesn't feel the same. I feel like I have less product on this side. And you definitely kind of have to work swiftly with this. Maybe there's some extra over here, because it does want to set down and sit in place. That's close enough, right? I think so. So I'm just going to use this little liner brush. I'm actually just going to take this black shade from the Jaclyn palette. It's called Abyss. And I'm going to use that as a liner because I don't want anything like too harsh or crazy. I just want a little bit of smoke. So I'm just going to take the little brush. I'm just going to drag this along my lash line. I would say this is definitely one of my favorite ways to line my eyes, is to just use some sort of shadow along the line like this, it's much more forgiving and a little bit smoky. It's just my favorite way. Now, not all shadows are created equal, and some of them don't stay awesome. So sometimes I get a little bit of panda eye. So if someone could come out with like a waterproof powder for this, or if that already exists, or if that's a thing, that would be awesome. I feel like it's really forgiving too. Like I can just kind of slap it on and not really have to worry about like how it's gonna come out, because it pretty much always comes out well. You know, it's not like you're trying to do wing liner and make them look exactly the same. They just kind of come out looking pretty much the same. Okay, back to the face. I'm gonna come with some Burt's Bees blush. This is new, and there's a sale sticker. I got this on clearance from Target for $4.68, which was crazy because it's like a $10 blush. But this is thanks to Kathleen Lights. This is called Toasted Cinnamon. It's kind of like a blush bronzer for me. It's like a one-stop. It's like this brownie peach color that when I'm feeling kind of lazy, I use as kind of a hybrid product. I kind of blush it, but it adds a little bit of bronzy. She's obsessed with it, she loves it, but I think she's much more yellow in tone than I am, so it does look, I don't know, I can't decide. I kind of like it, I kind of can't decide. I try to use it kind of everywhere like a bronzer, but concentrated on my cheeks like a blush. I don't know, it's a little, you see it's like a little funky. Also, if you can see this glow happening, I don't have my highlighter on yet. That's literally just this foundation, which is awesome. My highlighter is not new for anyone who's seen a video. I rarely stray from this. It's the Essence Pure Nude highlighter in number 10, Be My Highlight. I love it. It's so natural and easy. I just kind of slap it all around wherever I like to give a little highlight. Sometimes I'll cover my entire face in this, and I have no shame in that game because it's just great. So if you guys can see that, it's not like a crazy beaming highlight because, you know, I have things to do. I have a job to go to. I have, I don't know. I just feel like beaming highlights aren't really my thing for every day, but if it's your thing, own it, rule it, rock it. Usually I dye my own eyebrows, but when they start to fade or I just feel like they need a little bit of enhancement or I haven't done them in a while, I use this new little guy. This is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a brush on pomade. I can't, the writing on the bottom of this is so tiny. Cannot read most of that. I know that it's in soft brown. It's the Dipbrow Pomade Gel, I believe is what it's called. And it's good. It's a little bit messy on the stick there, as y'all can maybe see. And the brush is a little big, if I'm being honest. But I do like it. It is a nice kind of one swipe sort of product. It can get a little messy on the brush as well. So I think there's definitely room for improvement. I think the idea is good, but I don't see that much of a difference between this and, say, the Benefit Gimme Brow, or a great dupe is the one by Essence, which is like Make My Brow or Make Something. There's some play on words there, I forget. They're really, really similar. I would say this one has a little bit more hold, and Oh, I mean, it's got a really good color range compared to the Essence one. But it took me a while to get used to it. When I first tried to apply it, I just went in, and with the bigger brush, I had bigger eyebrows than I actually do, and not in a good way. This is a new gadget that I picked up, again from TJ Maxx. I'm going to turn it on so we can warm up. So this little strip is going to turn more of a white color, which means it's warm. It is a heated eyelash curler. Usually, I take my regular old eyelash curler and heat it up with a hair dryer in order to curl my lashes, because they don't like to curl unless there's heat applied to them. So I picked that up for like $3, $4, $5, something like that. It works. It adds heat to my eyelashes. Using it alone, I found, has not been good. It just kind of like crimps them, like in a very square kind of way. So I use it still with my regular eyelash curler, so it's not like the most ideal product, but it does save me from having to pull out my hair dryer every time I want to curl my lashes. So it's a mostly good. So you can see now the strip has changed colors to white, and it's pretty warm. I don't really know how it works. There's a battery and it adds the heat up there, but I just kind of throw my lashes in there and close it for 8 seconds, 6 to 8. I'm not counting right now, I'm not sure. And then I go in with my regular lash curler. And this is the mascara I've been using lately. It is Maybelline Lash Stiletto, and it is the waterproof formula. I had never tried this when it came out, and then I think I saw it on a blog or something when I was looking for new mascara. This little angled brush I actually really like. It seems to get to the inner corner well because of that little taper. I don't think it's gonna last a while. I already think it's drying out, but I mean, I've had it for 2 or 3 months. It's just not as wet when I first had it, but I do like that it's not a smudging mascara. So even sometimes the waterproof ones, the way in which they wear off, some of them kind of smudge off, some of them sort of flake. This more flakes off, but not like throughout the day, at least not that I've noticed. Which I prefer over smudging, because it's much easier to brush flakes off your face than it is to try and get a waterproof formula smudge off your under eye, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to do my bottom lashes today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I'm just going to stick with the top lashes. Okay, I think this is pretty much it. I'm just going to finish out with a really simple lip. This is Bite Beauty, and it is in Glace. This is their matte cream lip crayon. And it's just a nice little go-to. It's like one of those My Lips But Better colors, which was such a craze, what, like 5 years ago? Now everyone's going crazy colors or deep colors, or I feel like there's a lot more experimentation nowadays. Okay, so there you guys go. This is kind of what I've been doing every day. I switch up the lip a lot. I do go a lot more bold on that more often, and I'll go more subtle on the eyes, but this is what I was feeling like today. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for your support as always, and I hope to see you in my next video.